Hello, one more time. Oh, I'm just seeing, I'm getting a notice that, or notice, I have so many minutes left. Okay, all right. It's evening time. We have game night, and I'm waiting for them to set everything up, and then somebody's going to come get me. And in the meantime, I thought I have it in me to do one more today. So let's do that. Job. I feel like this book's just going on and on and on and on. So, had a great day today. I always have a great day, don't I? And we went to a couple of yard sales. My daughter says, Mom, you want to go? And I said, sure. And we went to two of them. The first one, oh my goodness, they were just so well set up. And gosh, were the prices right. Wonderful. I found me for 25 cents a little tiny Christmas ornament about this big with the whole nativity scene on it. Yes, yeah, okay, all right. Am I stuck on that or what? And then the other one we went to, it was really amazing on how the both yard sales, the one thing they had in common, the prices were right. They just were. Okay, I mean, they wanted to sell their stuff, and they did for the really really cheap. Everything was just really really cheap, and but otherwise, the yard sales were both very different in the setup, the people, and again, right, the emotions that I again just getting from everything. It was really amazing. And I enjoyed both of them. Wonderful people. Really wonderful people. Don't ever judge a book by its cover, right? Yeah. No, I would judge a book by the first 10 pages. And then when, by the first 10 pages, I'm going, this is written kind of okay. I would read the last 10 pages and would be able to pretty much tell you what's in the middle of it. Okay. But always do read at least a few pages of a book rather than just looking at it going, I don't like that. I'm not going to like that. Right? Yes. Okay. So we are in, let's get this going. The book of Job, 28. A hymn in praise of wisdom. Okay. Wisdom is beyond human reach. Is it? I've met some really amazing people that I have to say that was wisdom. And a story comes to my mind of an old friend of mine, Lila, and she used to run a little mountain store, mountain mission store, uh, where she got lots of stuff, and then people could come and give $5, and that just paid for the electricity, the cooling in the summer and the heating in the winter. Yes, and you could bring whatever bag you wanted to, a big old bag for $5. I mean, we're talking you could bring one of those big, huge leaf garbage bags and fill it up, and for $5. Okay, just saying. And I would help her out, and oftentimes, to organize things and this and that. And so sometimes we were there until midnight. And I remember one time the door was open, and it's hot. The door was open, but we didn't need the cooling anymore. And we were three. Another friend of mine was there too, and we were there, and we found these hymn books. Oh, interesting! I'm thinking of that. Hymn praise of wisdom, and then come with the story. Hymn books And we started singing hymns, right? Yes, all three of us together. Oh my gosh, it was just wonderful while we were going through the clothes, this, that. Actually, I had to read, I didn't know all them songs, but the other two knew way more of these songs by heart. So we sang all these songs. It was so wonderful. I remember it was so, oh my gosh, so wonderful. Then we were kind of done, so we started, kind of cleaning up and finishing up, and car comes. That's it's midnight. I'm going, who the heck could that be? Yeah. Guy comes in and he takes Lila aside and he says, "Hey, I got this, and I could see a few pieces of jewelry or whatever, nothing. Uh, and he says, "Can you just, give me $10 for those, whatever?" And she gave him the $10, and they left. And I said, "Now, Lila, you do know he's not going to use that $10 for what he said he needed it for, which was milk and bread for his children." And she's quite a bit older than I am. She's probably 25 years older than I am, maybe 30 years older than I am. Almost 30 years older than I am. She looked at me and she said, he could be lying to me, but I don't know if he actually is lying to me. And if there are children without bread and milk, then I'm going to take that chance. And tell me that's not wisdom. All right, so I don't think that wisdom is beyond human reach, because that's not the only time when I was guided by an elder. Sometimes it's someone younger, right? To say, wow, that's wisdom right there. Yes. All right. Silver has its mines, and gold a place for refining. I couldn't care less about either one. Iron is extracted from the earth. The smelted rocks yield copper. Man makes an end of darkness. To the utmost limit he digs. The black rock is shadow dark as death. Foreigners bore into ravines in unfrequented places, swinging suspended far from human beings. That earth from which bread comes is ravaged underground by fire. There the rocks have veins of sapphire, and their dust contains gold. Okay, if he's talking about the folly of men, that's pretty well described to me. That is a path unknown to birds of prey, unseen by the eye of any vulture, a path not trodden by the lordly beasts, where no lion ever walked. Man attacks the flint, upturning mountains by their roots. He cuts canals through the rock on the watch for anything precious. He explores the sources of rivers, bringing hidden things to light. But where does wisdom come from? Where is intelligence to be found? No human being knows the way to her. To her? Since when is wisdom? Since when does wisdom have a gender? She's not to be found on earth where they live. She's not in me, says the abyss, nor here, replies the sea. She cannot be bought with solid gold, nor paid for which any weight of silver, nor valued against gold of Ophir, precious agate or sapphire. Neither gold nor glass compares with her. For her, a vase of fine gold would be no exchange, let alone coral or crystal. Better go fishing for wisdom than for pearls. Topaz from Cush is worthless in comparison, and gold, even refined, is valueless. But where does wisdom come from? Where is intelligence to be found? She cannot be seen by any living creature. She is hidden from the birds of the sky, Perdition and death both say, "We have heard only rumors of her. God alone understands her path and knows where she is to be found. For he sees to the remotest parts of the earth and observes all that lies under heaven. When he willed to give weight to the wind and measured out the waters with a gauge, when he imposed a law on the rain and mapped a route for the thunderclaps to follow, then he saw and evaluated her, looked her through and through, assessing her. Then he said to human beings, wisdom, that is fear of the Lord, intelligence, avoidance of evil." Really? Wisdom, that is the fear of the Lord. Intelligence, avoidance of evil. I would say a lot of people would agree out there, right? Yes? I think that wisdom is to know when and how to change. And wisdom is also to know when and how to stay vigilant and straight, to not change, to know the difference. I think wisdom is to know what is right and what is wrong. And to know that even when we face wrong, that we don't just judge and persecute it, but to find the cause and see if there is a way to restore. In my opinion, that's wisdom. Intelligence, avoidance of evil. Then tell me, a child that faces a predator that will do evil to them has no intelligence, is void of intelligence. Well, this just speaks to adults. Doesn't say that anywhere. It says human beings. Children are human beings. When you put your trust in someone, then they suddenly change for the worse. Was it your intelligence that's in question now? I'm just saying. Well, I thought I came across something. Oh, yeah, let's read about that. But then, wisdom is beyond human reach. Well, right there. You know, it is what it is, right? Yes. And again, I can't change what's in here. But I can at least, right? Yes. Point out some things where I have to say, why would we want to believe that? You want to fear God? Is to fear the Lord? Right? Is that something that people want to do? Is that the only way that is going to keep you in line? If you fear God, something bad's going to happen to you. If you don't, right? Yes? Why would you want that in your life? Why would you want to believe that? And why would it have to be put out like that to the people? Just at that time, as far as I know, they still talk about the fear of the Lord. They read still out of the Bible. They read this stuff today in church. Just saying. Yes. I'll tell you one thing right now, that anyone that tries to indoctrinate people with the fear of God, that's not wisdom. That's just a power play. Just saying. Yes. I think that if you are intelligent enough and knowledgeable enough, you don't have to avoid evil. You love it. You love your enemy. Evil is our enemy. Yes. And what you must avoid is temptation. That's what you avoid. And if you can avoid temptation around evil, guess what? What's evil gonna do? The worst they can do to you is kill you. Just saying. Okay. Oh, well, okay. I'll have to take that back. I wouldn't want to be tortured forever and ever and ever. I mean, for years and years and years. That's a pretty horrific thing. And again, Father gave us a good example there when he was tortured in Japan in one of those prisons where he never said a word against his torturer. He prayed for him. Okay. You never know. You just never know. All right. So, again, yeah. Do I agree with the rest of it? Well, you know, all I can tell you is when I hear that people buy gold, this and that, for, I'm not sure, again, not sure what. Probably if money someday is not the thing anymore and loses all its value and I don't know what. I'm not sure who would be, if you're hungry, who would be, okay, if everybody is getting hungry, maybe some people would not be hungry and say, oh yeah, I'll take that diamond ring from you and give you a few potatoes. Right? Yes? Wow. That'd be pretty horrible too. Well, okay, all right. But mainly you're going to be trading things that are going to be valuable for your survival. Do you need a diamond ring to survive? Do you need gold to survive? So, yes, we do. We go and hunt for valuable things, right? You know, it's kind of sad because diamonds, as soon as they hit the sunlight, they start to crack. If they're, and they as many, maybe hundreds, thousands of years that they were in the ground forming this and that, they break down. Yes, diamonds break down in sunlight. If you leave a diamond just sitting on the windowsill, it'll start to crack. Did you know that? Anyway, so I don't know about other stones. I know that many other precious stones, they do have healing properties in it. I have seen this myself. I've seen it and know it. So there is value to, again, used in the right way. But yeah, otherwise on how we go after things, that are they as valuable in our Heavenly Parents' eyes as we value these precious stones and things? I think if we use them in the right way, yes, crystals can be used for healing. Yes. Then yes. But in the way again on how we're depleting, or rather the amount of all of that seems to, just for people to have it, right? think is what kind of talks about here. Right? Yes. So basically, we haven't really figured out on how to use the valuable resources on Earth in the proper way and manner. Right? Yes. Okay. That's all I have to say. Nobody's come yet to get me. Probably soon. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all, God willing, tomorrow.